I'd like to welcome back to our set Linda Morin. I know she joined us a couple years ago and we had this wonderful show based around breast cancer and women's cancers. And now she has her new book that's out, The Courage to Look Beyond. The book out today, so congratulations.
Yes,
wonderful to talk to you on a day that it's just being released. We should, we're looking at the cover right there. We should say double mastectomy and a hysterectomy.
Yes.
And quite the journey as at the time a young single mother of 2 boys. And the idea behind actually finally putting it into words and putting it into a book. What was that journey like?
It was acceptance. I wanted to accept myself. I couldn't accept myself. I had lost my breasts. I no longer felt like a woman. I was ashamed of myself. At the time, I couldn't have reconstruction, and when I decided to have reconstruction, I would have had to go through 4 operations in a amount of 2 years. I wouldn't have been able to do the sports that I've wanted to do. So I decided not to have reconstruction. At the time, I went through 4 surgeries. I left my husband. 19 months later, I had met someone, and he was my rock through the whole thing. For the 3 years, I had gone through 4 operations. He was there by my side, took care of me, loved me more than life itself. And then all at once, I find out that he betrayed me. And I confronted the woman that he betrayed me with, and she had told me, I let him touch my breast because you don't have any. Those words, the moment that she said that to me, she ripped my heart open. And
the devastation of what had occurred, but the words of a woman say that
to a woman that just lost her breast.
It sends you on a I would think on a tailspin, and then at the same time to think, how can this happen when there are so many women that are experiencing what I'm going through?
Exactly, and that's when I said to myself, it took me about a month after to let it all sink in, and I said, I'm going to write a book, because there's no woman on this earth is going to go through the pain that this woman has caused me. No woman should be ashamed of losing her breasts and feeling that she's no longer a woman, that a man is not going to want her, because I felt shame. It took me 2 years to actually look at myself. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. The only time I would look at myself, I was closed. And I felt embarrassed. I felt ashamed. I felt that I was disgusting. Who's going to want me? The man that I was with, that I thought that I was going to be with for the rest of my life, betrayed me.
You end up, I mean, the book it was a process to be able to write, but one of the places that you went to for the final chapters was it was a retreat. Is that right?
Hippocrates.
And you start to realize when you're around so many dozens of other women going through very similar things that there's a story to be told.
Exactly. When I went to Hippocrates, that's when it changed my life, when I had to reveal myself in front of 75 people, and 75 people were telling me how beautiful I was and how courageous I was to do this. That's when I started feeling good about myself. When I was writing my book, I went through a depression. I had to relive everything that I'd gone through, not just the betrayal, but losing my house, going through a flood, being homeless with my children, my son being diagnosed with epilepsy. Just it went on. I thought that I was going to die, that if it wasn't the cancer that was going to kill me, I was going to have a heart attack. How can I handle anything else? And that's when I decided I was going to go to Hippocrates and finish my book there. And what a journey that was. I gathered 21 women that couldn't accept themselves as a woman, that were ashamed, and I says, we're going to go into a healing circle, and you're going to reveal yourself the same way that I did, so you could have that sense of freedom, feel the way that I felt, have that acceptance. And they did. We went in a circle, we did a photo shoot, I wrote an article about it, it's in my book, and women wrote about how they felt with their experience, and that's, I want to put the word out there. Feel good, accept the person that you are, and love yourself for you. It's the beauty within that matters.
And amazing words, Linda, and I think for people who are looking for some inspiration or looking to be able to see this story full out, The Courage to Look Beyond is the book. It is currently out. People will be able to find that. Congratulations on the book. And
thank you very much.
What you've been able to achieve is completely remarkable. And you know, you see these images, and then you hear the story, and it's really fascinating to see.
Well, my next project now is to do a clothing line, so I am looking for a designer.
Well, a designer to the list of things that that you've been able to accomplish.